So spring has sprung. We're back here in our vegetable garden boxes in front of our new greenhouses. Exciting things to come. With our dear friend Angela Chandler of the Garden Academy.
Hi Beverly, let's do some gardening.
I love it. I'm ready. Been ready.
That's right.
So we're going to talk to you today about, direct sowing seeds. That some people are a little bit reluctant about that. And there's certain plants that we should do as transplants.
That's right. On the Gulf Coast, we have a tricky set of seasons. And so we are dependent on a lot of transplants because we need to start our cool season crops while it's still warm in the fall. And we need to start our warm season crops while it's still too cold in the wintertime.
Right.
So we're used to transplants. But there are some seeds that we can and should direct sow.
Absolutely. Because you can't really grow a carrot or a turnip in a pot.
Yeah, they don't do well. They don't transplant well is another thing. And with proper pre-treatment, which we do a lot as well, they're ready to grow the minute they hit the soil.
Right, and now the soil temps are warming up nicely.
Right.
Beautiful sunshine.
Right.
Time to get it going.
It is time to get it going.
Now I soaked the other night some sugar snaps.
Right.
You talk about not getting into the kitchen from the garden.
Yep.
That's one.
That's exactly right. These are wonderful. Another gardener's snack.
Yes.
Plus the fact that they are just so sweet and good. The flowers are pretty and they're fragrant as well. So it's kind of like one of those multiple things. So pre-soaking them allows them to fully engorge with water, and so they're ready to take off. In fact, these were just started a day ago, and there are already little roots starting to press out from the seeds. So they're plump, they're fully hydrated, and they're ready to go in the ground.
Okay, well let me get the ground ready to go. I'm going to sprinkle just a bit of the Food Complete along the area that we're going to plant. And just scratch it in a little bit. Put the extra here for future planting.
For future use, yep.
And grab a bit of the Compost Complete. And just, it is such minimal effort.
It really is. One of the big things is people say, well, I don't have time to garden. But if you can just set aside 15 to 30 minutes a day and just make up your mind, you don't have to go out and prepare the whole garden. You don't have to have 50-foot rows of things. Just make up your mind that you're going to step out and plant something that day. One, it's good for the soul. It gives you a little bit of a break, gives you a boost of vitamin D.
Yes,
Get you out in the garden, and you'd be surprised what you can accomplish 30 minutes at a time.
One spot at a time.
One spot at a time, exactly right.
And I just come as simply as just making a trough with my fingertip.
Yep.
So I've got the food in the ground, the compost. Make a little trough.
Yep, and we can start putting these in about you can go as close as an inch, but about 2 inches means we have less thinning to do, and I don't like doing that.
Nope. No gardener likes to pull.
That's right. It's so hard to pull a baby plant.
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Oh, good. I have plenty to go do the next box, too.
There you go.
And I'm just going to
just cover gently. And then the main reason for failure is not making good seed to soil contact. So other than just covering, we want to make sure we press them down so that they have good contact all the way around. And then when you're watering seed beds, you don't want to water with anything that moves the soil.
Right.
You want the soil to stay exactly in position, especially for things that are very shallowly rooted like lettuce and carrots.
Right.
And so we have this kind of almost a misting or fogging nozzle that will water very gently, deliver a lot of water, but not disturb the soil while we're doing that.
And those are great for, bromeliads, a lot of your tropicals, and it's all brass. So it's going to last a lifetime.
They do last a lifetime.
Yes.
It's a fantastic product. And with a lot of the legumes, you can inoculate them with they're basically a bacteria that will help them with their nitrogen fixation. You can even spray your seeds with a little bit of molasses to do the same thing and get them started.
Right.
But our compost is full of great microbes, microbial activity, and that will kind of get everything started as well. So it's planting them at the right depth, at the right time, making sure that we get good seed to soil contact, water them thoroughly, and then keep them moist but not soggy until they sprout.
Right, right. Couldn't be easier, couldn't be faster.
Yeah, direct sow something.
Let's do it. you.